Hey, shalom, 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 Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Next, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and who I learn from daily. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners of the earth, you Israelite foreigners like unto a speckled bird. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, that's on the highways and byways, doing lessons and videos week in and week out in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you, sincere Akawath, who's listening in silence as the scriptures state for you to do so. This is your brother Isaiah Allah coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. Lord willing, I hope this is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. We're going to get right into this one, brothers and sisters. This video right here was quite comical, to say the least. It's in a court system with this. You know how Esau's court system is, where they predominantly choose the mother to take the children, and of course Esau's system is flawed. Like, it's always been flawed. It's always pointed heavily for the mother to take the children in divorce cases and custody cases, so on and so forth. And so, even in our, like, there's nothing that's like there's no justice and no true justice inside Esau's court systems. And there's plenty of cases to go with. But this one here was actually pretty interesting because you actually get to see the mother right here spaz out on camera because her children, her three children, which she had with this individual right here, this man, the father, they rather be with the father, the dad, than with their mother. And there's cases like that that's happened, but the majority of the time they rather be with mom. But this is actually here, they want to be with their dad, and you're about to see why. And then I got a couple of precepts to go with it, and Lord willing, that'll be the lesson. But usually in our law, and actually it's the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, even with divorce, the children belong to the father, point blank, period. All right, because the children come from us through our seed. But of course, in this world, Esau's world, he set up a system to where the mother takes the children, but the children are supposed to be with dad. All right, and I got scriptures to prove that. But we're gonna play this clip here. You're gonna hear this rant from this woman, and it's gonna make sense why they want to be what they did with their father, wholeheartedly and 100%. So I'm gonna play it right now. Listen to this.
Facilitator
I don't, I personally feel
that
like
has
she's
interviewed your children. So your children are 16, 14, 13. This is not like a 6-year-old. So much more weight to be given on the thoughts and input of the children. I can guarantee you that, Masul. So maybe you should ask yourself these questions, because obviously this is what the children want.
the children would always choose ice cream over broccoli, and that's what's happening right here. I serve my children broccoli. He chooses to serve them ice cream. Children will always choose ice cream over broccoli. There are serious concerns within this case that have not been addressed, and unfortunately, it's so sickening and disturbing, this case, that the outcome of this recommendation is me dropping out. I don't wish to continue this anymore. My children have been failing educationally for years, and he's the one in charge of getting them to school, taking them to school. He's been charged with truancy charges. My son has dropped out of school. My children are depressed, suicidal, on medication, and all absence of their mother. But yes, continue the same path for them. Everybody agreed that something different needed to be done, and choosing the same sickening and despair life for them is enough for me to decide that continue on and do that. My son is now dropped out of school. There's no changing that. My daughter had a 1.3 grade average last year. I have went to court every single year, fighting to know knowledge about my kids, fighting to be present for my kids, fighting for my kids to attend birthday parties, fighting for my kids to attend funerals. I've had to go to court to know my kids' education, to know their therapist. I've had to go to court to have you tell him that he had to keep them in school so he wouldn't take them out for acting classes. I've had to go to court for all these things and nothing has been done. So now my children, 13, 15, and 16 years old, are on medication, failing classes, depressed, suicidal, sexual activity, talking to men online, absolute disgust, all, and he won't do anything about it. I'm not allowed to be present. I'm pushed out of the way. So of course the kids want to choose whether they're not parented, not governed, and he's feeding them ice cream over broccoli. Absolutely, 100%. I agree with them. However, I don't choose to be a part of it anymore. I choose to not have the police called on me when I take away my son's Xbox. I choose to not have CPS called on me when I'm trying to get help for my daughter's suicide problems. I choose to not have false police reports called on me about stalking my ex. I'm choosing, if you guys don't choose better for my kids, I'm choosing to step aside. Flat out. I have 2 other children to parent and raise and worry about. That's how I feel. This man, hold on, there's another one thing. I started this, I started all these parenting time complaints, and up until this point, because he was allowing the kids to move freely between homes, it was working out fantastically great until he tried to strong arm me into paying him some money. Hold on one second. He had moved a man into the basement with my 12-year-old daughter, lied to me about it, lied to the courts about it, wouldn't let CPS in. And my daughter is expressing sexual habits and behaviors, and nobody will investigate it, and nobody hears me. Would you be comfortable with your daughter expressing sexual pornography and doing things online, knowing that there is a man living down in the basement and she's telling people that she's dating a 40-year-old man? Would you feel comfortable with that? This is who I'm leaving my children with.
As you can see there, bro, she went on a whole rant, and the father was just silent. This, like, and there's a comment down here. The silent 1,000-mile stare of the father as she rants speaks volumes, and it does. He does. He like look at, he's just chilling out, relaxing, and she went all in, and that's these women, man, because when they lose, the demon comes out of them. And as you can see here, she was just spazzing, saying all sorts of shit about the children dealing with this. The judge said it. The children, like, they're literally, in the law of the Heavenly Father, they're adults because they're past the age of 12. The 3 kids, and so she just like went all on a spew of nonsense, of nothingness. But the children chose who they wanted to be with. They wanted to be with their dad, and you can see why, based on that whole rant she just went in, going crazy, man. She got, it's just a bunch of spirits this woman has all over her, man. All right, but this, but like you can see the 1,000-mile stare of the father. He's just chilling, man. He's doing exactly what he needs to do because he knows her. He knows her, and that's why the children, the majority of the time, like in future aspect, and overall, children need to be with their dad because of this calmness. Like, this is like the woman's emotions, like, she just spaz out, man. It's hilarious. This is Ecclesiasticus 3:9. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Okay? And so when you have that understanding, it's because there's an order, brothers and sisters, okay? You have to understand that order that the Heavenly Father established from the foundation of the earth. Okay? And then when you go outside that order, it emits chaos. And so that's what we have going on here in America, Babylon the Great, and that's why it's called Babylon the Great, because it's an utter confusion, and it's gone down to the point where there's such a a massive wall between the man and the woman, to where like a woman doesn't even know what it means to be a woman anymore. All right, and like and what it means to be a true mother, and then the same thing with the father as well. Excuse me, Salakia. But this is put like point blank period, cut dry to the point. All right, because the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, and the father is the main rudiment, the main point of a child transitioning into adulthood. All right, but when a mother, like when you got a wicked mother, it just ruins the whole foundation. Verse 10, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. Okay? For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. And as you can see here, she's in dishonor. All right? And the court system, like saw it well. They listened to what the three children said and who they wanted, and they quite frankly were completely honest and said they want to be with their father. And that rant that this woman went on, this mother went on, you can see why, brothers and sisters. Exactly why. And call all Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI for that, man. This is Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 1. A wise woman builds her home, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. And this woman has torn down her home with her own hands. All right. Even with all she was talking about, like depression and sexual morality, all this shit. Probably because they like, if they were doing wicked, doing things, if things were happening in the house, it probably is more than likely like because of something that you was doing. It's something that's your fault. And I don't know. You know, we're not. This is just me speaking my opinion on this. But the majority of the time when things like that happen, the mother's not paying attention to what's going on in the house. They're not. They're really not. Because they have so many emotions and hormones and shit going on in their mind, they're not focusing on the child. Point blank period. All right, and then usually there's no order because you don't have both parents in the household for the father to establish the order in the house. So this is what you got. Her acting crazy and shit. And then she tore down her own home. And then tried to blame, and they usually just blame everything on, of course, the dad, the man. There was no accountability coming out of her mouth on anything she did, on why maybe her children want to be with their father. And so there's been a lot of cases like this, but this one was quite hilarious and beautiful because this man's face was just like he didn't say, well, yeah, that's the thing. He did it beautifully. You don't have to say nothing. Just let her go. Let her spew out. All right, because she just destroyed herself even more, made herself look bad more on why their children want to be with their father, as they should be. All right. So Lord willing, I hope this was edifying through the Spirit. All right, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.